Hi, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Friday the 13th, actually, isn't it? Ooh. I just wanted to do a quick video. Kind of felt like I'm still feeling like, a little bit, I don't know, just sort of like not quite there. And I've not eaten yet, and it's 10 to 2, so maybe that I should eat something. But yeah, I've just been painting and listening to a few things, and because I've been listening to the Vedic astrology. It's Diwali tomorrow, which is the festival of light, and I mean, don't take my word for it. I'm no expert, but it seems that the festival of light is about bringing the light forward in one of the darkest times of the year. And it's a new moon, and true to the sky outside in the sidereal zodiac, the new moon is in Libra. And yeah, I just listened to, I think I'll put the video down if anybody's interested. It just really made me sort of reassess where I was at energetically, because I'd been within frustration and anger for a few days and weeks, and again sort of frustration and feeling like non-progression, and this has changed for me over the last few days, and it's carrying on to get a little bit stronger. Mars is turning direct, which I think should help things. But yeah, just sort of like bearing in mind the Festival of Light, and the new moon, it's it's the darkest time. It's when the sun's at its lowest and the moon is at its weakest. And so bringing forth the inner light of our consciousness consciously is something that I'm really going to try and do tomorrow. Just sort of feel into this a lot more. The guy who is interpreting it is a pretty cool Vedic astrologer called Sam Gepi, whose video I'll put underneath. Anyway, he was talking about how a big lesson of this Diwali, where the new moon is in Libra anyway, is about humility, and being humbled, and yeah, and it just I'm really sort of sliding into that energy a lot more today, and I'm hoping to continue it over the weekend, just sort of cool, calm, silence, collected. I'm focusing much more on, I'm not really listening to too much shit, although I'm such a nosy bitch, it's so difficult not to. There's just so many of these fucking stories, in the news, because I've been watching the news, which I shouldn't be doing, that just, make me just want to really rah. But yeah, I've had enough of that. So I just wanted to, sort of bring my energy a bit better today. I'm not always such an aggressive cow, we all have these spectrum of emotions, and I don't always, I just want to be who I am. And right now I'm feeling, sort of like, yeah, humble and gracious and full of gratitude for what I do have. And, certain songs, they just really, they get me, songs. They've always spoken to me. And one that came on earlier was, I think, yeah, it's called Silence. Again, I did a silence related song yesterday as well, and the first line of the song is, I'd rather be a lover than a fighter, because all my life I've been fighting, and it always got me, that line and that essence, and I would rather be a lover than a fighter. We do need to be fighters and warriors, and we need to stand firm sometimes, but at the end of this life, I believe that we're judged by the fruits of our energy, and the goodness of our aura, and the openness of our hearts. And so that's really, what this life is for me, is working towards the next one. And so constantly needing to humble myself and to tame the dragon in me, you know, sometimes. But it's interesting where the new moon is in Libra. Tropical says Scorpio. And obviously Libra's an air sign, and it's all about communication. And because I'm looking into these nakshatras, which break up the signs into even smaller, more beautiful. Oh God, they're amazing. I'm going to show you my painting. I'm not 100% happy with it, but I'm getting more into the feel of how I want to move forward. I thought I saw something there. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. But anyway, this one of the nakshatras where the new moon is Swati nakshatra, and I think I have Mars, Pluto, and Ketu, the south node, within this small segment, this Swati nakshatra. And each of these nakshatras, they all have an essence, an energy, a deity, a story, a beautiful sutra as well, like these beautiful, you know, puzzle poems and stuff. And so, you know, I really hope that I can continue to feed my mind and my soul looking into this astrology, and just sort of bearing in mind, you know, just for me personally, just many of my lessons are always about taming, you know, softening and melting has felt like has been my transformation, so, which continues. But anyway, so I'll show you my painting now. It's massive, so it's over there, and obviously I've done a nice flat earth in the middle because I thought it would sort of make sense more. So it's a bit more complicated than my last sort of style of where I was going. This isn't finished. I'm feeling conscious now because it looks a bit, I always feel like it looks a bit tacky, but maybe that's my style, just a bit childish, you know, colourful, a bit jazzy. So anyway, there we've got the earth, and all around is the sky, the cosmos, the stars, and there are certain constellations in the sky. You know, constellations of stars, of which in the Vedic, in the Hindu anyway, the stars, the constellations, the signs, sorry, are based on. But within those signs, so here we have Aries, obviously red signifies fire. So Aries is a fire sign, it's cardinal fire, and then we've got Taurus, earth, Gemini, air, Cancer, water, Leo, fire, Virgo, earth, Libra, air, Scorpio, water, la-di-da-di-da. But within that same space in the sky, because this is just space in the sky, you know, it's the cosmos, you know. So within that constellation, that space of sky anyway, are these what they call lunar mansions, because Vedic astrology is more fixed on the moon. And it makes much sense to me because of my perception of the flat earth and how sort of the heliocentric models confused and twisted everything and everyone. But anyway, so there's the earth. So anyway, there's 27 of them. The moon obviously travels fast, and this is just the sky. So the zodiac it's just a circle of constellations in the sky with which the sun, the moon and the planets travel along. That's called the ecliptic path, and it's basically a path through the zodiac. Anyway, what's getting me all juicy is these nakshatras, which are these 27 lunar mansions. And my chart in particular has a lot of placements all gathered in the same areas. So when you look into these nakshatras, they probably will really sort of ring true for you. They do for me anyway. And like I said, they've all got different deities, different planets as rulers, different stories behind them and stuff. So anyway, I've got all this jazz down here in Swati, and this is sort of significant with this new moon in Libra, tomorrow, this Diwali. So I'm interested to see how it feels. Like I said, I feel like I'm getting sort of trying to be balanced and calm, calmed, and not take the bad lessons from this nakshatra and let myself get blown away. But anyway, and then this is Mula nakshatra, which apparently is called like the destroyer. It's like the destroyer of false illusions, and I love that, and I really resonate with that. My whole life is kind of about that, and it's the transformational type of thing as well. It's so in reality. So my son is there in Sagittarius in this nakshatra, which means something different, and then I have my Neptune and my Venus in Mula, which again means something different. Following on down here, I've got my moon in Maga, and Rahu up in Ashwini in Aries. And so again, there's all these different debates about where the zodiacs start and all that. But for me, the point of these nakshatras is that they all have a fixed star related to it, up in the sky. So Svati here, the fixed star that relates to that is Arcturus, and there's a wind guard and shit like that. It's like an individualistic, learning the arts and music and all this type of jazz. And then Maga is a bit more sort of ancestry focused, or power hungry, or royalty, or that type of air, supposedly. But yeah, in the sky, this is where you'd get a fucus. And Mula, this one here where I have my Venus and Neptune, Mula, there, same space of sky as Sagittarius, the first part of Sagittarius. That's the galactic centre, supposedly. That's supposedly where all consciousness sprung from, this galactic centre, Mula. It's like the darkest part, or the most transformational part of the galaxy, apparently. So it's quite a difficult nakshatra, and I definitely resonate with the feels and the intensity of that anyway. And so looking into these things, it's helping me learn lessons and to sort of be aware of my own energy and my own downfalls. I'm finding it so bloody beautiful. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to share that. I want to sort of get people interested in these, because who doesn't want to learn more about themselves? Like, I feel like that's what it's like for me. It's like the deeper and deeper I can get, the better and better for me. But that might be, my Scorpio, Mula shit, who knows? But yeah, I just want to get like deeper and deeper into it for me. So it's like, well, yeah, what is this area all about? What's this energy? And then, so somebody commented yesterday as well, 333, I saw them, saying, oh, can you do an astrology for dummies thing? And I'd been thinking of doing these for ages, like on a separate channel, just talking myself through my own learning, because I still feel like a dummy myself sometimes. But I have learned quite a lot, and I would like to share it and get people interested, because I really buy into this stuff, guys. I can't believe it. But the more and more I look into it, and I'm such a skeptic, I'm such a, I'm a real hard bastard sometimes. It's so hard to please me. Like, I've spent my whole life looking for how the trickery's done and stuff, and just not being impressed by stuff. But when I'm looking into this connection to the stars, man, the cosmos, and our place in it, and I really, really do sort of buy into it. So anyway, I'm going to try and give myself permission to, talk myself through these. But essentially, like, they're all your signs. All these are different planets. You've got Sun, Venus, Neptune, Mercury, Uranus, Saturn, Mars, Pluto, Ketu, Moon, Chiron, Black Lilith, and Rahu, or the North Node. And they're each within one of these little segments, which is called a house. And there's loads of different house systems that you can have. equidistance or placidus. There's fucking hundreds of them. It boggles the mind. Just how it displays it to you anyway. But again, everything means something in a certain house or a certain placement. And the sort of story of the zodiac is sort of that the ascendant is your outward personality. It's sort of like how you present yourself to the world. Everything about yourself is in the first house, and the second house is about your values, your worth, money, things like that. Third house is about communications, and fourth house is family, roots, and things like that. And so the story goes around until eventually you get to the 12th house of, sort of like endings or beginnings, or sort of high philosophy, spirituality. You see, the houses, they're pretty similar in both the Western and tropical interpretations. So if you're learning what the houses mean, it's kind of the same in both. But I'm learning at the moment how to read the North and South Indian charts, which are squares and triangles and diamonds. So I'm a bit off this, so I might be a bit rusty. But anyway, so if you were just going to read it sort of basically, you'd say my ascendant is there in Cancer. My moon is in the third house, in the nakshatra of Maga, under the sign of Leo. There's my IC in Virgo. Down there, like I said, Mars, Pluto, K2. In Svati, in Libra, in the fifth house. See, 5, fifth house. I've got all that jazz in the fifth house, all that in the sixth house, and so on, And so you can look on YouTube and you can type in Mars in Svati, Pada, and they go into even smaller segments, 4 different segments of the nakshatra, because the moon travels so quickly around the zodiac. It goes through a sign, I think it's every 2.5 days, so so they're important, all these, and they even go into 4 little segments. Pada, they're called padas, so it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on which degree the planet or the moon or this whatever was in at the time. So it's super in depth. Literally, you could be looking into your own chart forever. And if you would like one painting, it don't have to be as jazzy as that. I feel like maybe it's a bit too much, that, and you don't have to have the flat earth in the middle. I won't push that ideology on anybody, but I just thought it was quite nice because it really shows to me like how things work. This is probably confusion in symbols to a lot of people, but as you can see, like the earth and everything is around it, and it's fixed. The planets are going around, around us. The sun and the moon are going around us. They all play beautiful dances and they create amazing geometry. I've not put my aspects on yet because that's another thing I'm just learning more about. So it's endless learning. I love it. And I kind of want to get people into it themselves as well, because it's so exciting. And just to well, I don't know, maybe it's just for me, who knows, but I'm sharing's caring. And so, yeah, if you'd like a little painting, Christmas present for you or your loved ones. And again, I'm not going to push my ideology. You don't have to have fucking Vedic and nakshatras if you're quite happy that, you're a tropical Leo and you stay in a fucking tropical Leo. That's fine. I'm not interfering with perception. Like, I'm going to set up my little website and my shop, and I'm going to offer all kinds of different paintings of the natal charts, including the traditional Indian ones as well. So, yeah, I'm super giddy and I'm feeling much calmer. Thanks for being here. I fucking just really appreciate all the comments and, just the support I have, especially when I'm being rank and I'm feeling rank as well. It's just like, it's really helpful for me, to just see the support and the resonance and know that so many people are going through these same things, So anyway, happy Diwali for tomorrow. Happy Friday the 13th today. We'll see what else occurs throughout today. But I guess, for me, I'm just going to, have a little sit and think about bringing forth the inner light of my consciousness consciously, the best that I can, and opening my heart up and and being humble and, you know, a humble warrior and not necessarily a, you know, aggressive, arse to the wind bastard or whatever. So, yeah, anyway. Happy Diwali. Bye.